Hey everyone, welcome to my presentation on mental health in college students. And today we're going to be talking about the importance of addressing mental health issues on campus and how these struggles affect so many students. All right, let's go ahead and dive right in. So, to start, mental health problems are pretty common in college students, as we know, and whether it's anxiety, depression, or just stress, a lot of students are struggling with their mental health, and these issues don't just affect their emotional well being, but they also can hurt their academic performances and social lives. And what's even more concerning is that these problems don't often go untreated. These problems often go untreated because students either don't seek help or don't know where to turn. So, now let's talk about the significance of this issue. This is why mental health matters. It's not just about feeling down. According to the American College Health Association, or the ACHA, about 40% of students report feeling so depressed that it's hard to function. That's a huge number, and the consequences can be severe. Suicide is the second leading cause of death among college students. The effects go beyond just the individual, it impacts their grades, their friendships, and overall well being. Now, college students face unique challenges that make mental health struggles worse. There's the pressure to perform academically, which can cause a lot of stress. And a study from the Journal of the American College Health article found that 70% of students feel overwhelmed by academic stress, which contributes to anxiety and depression. Many students also deal with loneliness and isolation, especially if they're away from home for the first time. According to this article, about 60% of students report feeling socially isolated at some point during college, and this isolation can lead to depression and anxiety. And on top of all of that, there's the financial strain, worrying about tuition, loans, and everyday expenses. According to the National Alliance on Mental Health, 50% of students face financial stress that negatively impacts their mental health, adding to anxiety and burnout. It's not uncommon for students to feel overwhelmed. Plus, many campuses have limited mental health services, so it's hard to get help. So it's hard to get the help that they need in a timely way. A 2021 report from the National Survey of College Counseling Centers show 70% of campus counseling centers can't meet the demands for services, leaving students without timely support. Now, here are some of the key facts from my fact sheet that really help paint the picture of what college students are going through. First, about 40% of students say they've felt so depressed it was hard to function. That's a huge portion of the student population struggling just to get through the day. What's even more alarming, suicide is the second leading cause of death for college aged youth. That just shows how serious these mental health challenges can be if they go untreated. But even though so many students are struggling, only 1 in 4 actually reach out for help. That might be because of stigma, lack of access, or not knowing where to go. And when we look at the biggest contributing factors, there are things most students face every day: stress, academic pressure, and financial strain. These aren't rare situations, they're just a part of student life for many people, which makes it even more important to talk about mental health openly. So, now in my next couple of slides, I will present to you some social media posts that I created relating to this issue. So here's a quick statistic on this first post. 40% of college students report feeling depressed at some point. That's a big number. It really highlights how mental health is something we all need to take more seriously. This is a reminder to check in on your friends and yourself. Hashtag mental health matters. And for the second post, let's talk about some of the major risk factors that contribute to mental health issues. Things like academic stress, financial strain, and social isolation. If you or someone you know is dealing with these, reaching out for help is important before things get worse. Recognizing the signs early can make all the difference. So, how can we prevent mental health struggles from getting worse? Start by taking regular breaks. Don't just power through all nighters. Get active too. Exercise is a great way to relieve stress. And if you're feeling down, don't hesitate to talk to someone, whether it's a friend or a counselor. Taking care of your mind is just as important as taking care of your body. And for the second post, here's a reminder. If you're struggling and you don't have to go through it alone. Reach out to someone you trust or contact your campus counselor center. There's help available, and you're not alone. There are plenty of resources available for students who need help, whether that's online or in person. For immediate crisis support, the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline is there 24/7. You can also turn to organizations like the American College Health Association for helpful research and reports. And if you're on a college campus, check out the counseling services. They're there to support you. I myself have tried my KSU counseling and psychological service, and I think it was an important step in taking care of my mental health. So take it from me. Along with the JED Foundation, which has a ton of great resources for college students dealing with mental health issues. So, to wrap things up, I just kind of want to reiterate everything I've already said. Um, Mental health is something we need to prioritize, especially for college students. Early intervention can prevent long term consequences. So, if you're struggling or know someone who is, reach out. You're not alone in this, and there's always someone willing to help. Here are all of my references used during this research. And thank you so much for listening.